What's up, y'all? Kendama back with another Kendama unboxing, and today's unboxing is from Lotus Kendama. Congrats again to Lotus Kendama. Congrats to Ryoga for winning KWC. Oh my god, he's insane. Big win for Ryoga and also a big win for the Lotus team. It's really awesome. Their shapes have been really awesome. And recently, they released a new shape. In here, I have their newest budget Kendama in here, and I'm very excited to show it off to y'all. So let's get into it right now. So we got the Kendama in here, and boom. Yeah. Man, check it out. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Balloon Kendama. Lotus always kills it with the packaging. Packaging always looks good from them. On the back, they have really nice details of what Kendama is about, all that kind of stuff. So you can pause the video if you want to look at all that. But overall, very pretty designs. These are sold on Amazon, and I think the whole point of this is one, to get a really good Kendama on Amazon, and two, to have the details so that people who are really serious or want to really get into Kendama have this option right here and have all the details on the back of how they can get into Kendama and things of that sort. Time to open up the contents of what is in here. Let's get into it right now. Oh, we got the Kendama, and then just to go over what's in here really quick. Right here, we have the pamphlet that was inside. This is the Kendamanomics pamphlet. On a couple of the pages, you can see there's some writing right there. On a couple of the pages, you can see they have some tricks. So there's some tricks listed on there on the next couple pages on there. And then on the back side, they have the actual QR code. So you can download Kendamanomics if you want to. Again, like I said, he's trying to get people into Kendama the most efficient, quick, and best way possible. And having this Kendamanomics thing for people to learn how to play Kendama, really awesome. Extra string of bead, that's awesome. And we got a classic Lotus sticker, you can never go wrong. Now, before I really get into this video, this like literally just showed up to my doorstep one day, and I literally had no idea who it was from until I read who it was from on the box. And it was a surprise from Isaac, so I just want to say thank you to Isaac really quick. It's really fun to have surprises like that, especially like when they don't have to go out of their way to do it, they're just doing it to do it, which I appreciate a lot. Anyways, into the Kendama, it has the bloom design. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but the bloom design were on sacred Kens at first. The sacred shape was an entry point, and this bloom design kind of became a part of that entry shape, mainly because there were so many made in so many different colors, which were so beautiful. Isaac, what do I gotta do? I want it in pink. What do I gotta do? You can kind of see all the details right there, all of the flower bloom designs on it. It is super beautiful. And then around it, we got like a really nice gradient tracking stripe, which is cool. It kind of dips from this white to gray to black, which is super awesome and super cool. Onto the Ken. This is the new bloom shape, I believe is what they're calling it. It looks like it derives a lot from the new element, not elemental, element. I know what it's called now. The element shape from Lotus Kendama. A lot of the same design cues are in there, and Isaac kind of goes over it in one of his videos that he posted. I'm really excited because you can get something close to the element shape in full beach and in a really obtainable way on Amazon, which is great. You can see right there, it has the stepped cups right there, but not the typical stepped cups. A nice calculated slant, which is gonna make your stalls insane on it. It feels pretty much exactly the same as a element, which is so good. I remember doing birds on my element with a fresh bev, and this has a fresh bev and it's beach on beach, and it just feels like it's sitting there so well as the other stall point right there, which is great. It feels a little bit taller than the element just off the bat. Again, I need to grab mine to check, but it feels like overall longer, which is kind of cool because the element is definitely a shorter shape. So when you're doing your flips on the element, it's gonna turn just faster because there's less to go around. This one feels a little bit longer, so we'll kind of see how that plays really different or if it does at all. Design cues on the ring are pretty much similar and the same to the element. It's very soft. There's not a lot for the bevel to grab onto, but you can still do the trick. In terms of the handle stalls, this thing is a lot thicker, like a lot thicker. It is not as soft as the element at all. And I don't know how that's gonna impact your handle stalls, because the handle stalls on the element's really good. This one, you can kind of have like that lean right there, which can be a good or bad thing depending on how you do your handle stall. That also means this in-hand feeling right here kind of changes, so you kind of have like a harder grip. It's not as nuanced and smooth as the element either, but that also just means like it has a different feel. So if you like that really edged out handle saw right there, it's gonna be great. This hasn't really changed the taps though. Isaac did a video on him tapping this, and I just kind of did like a 3 just now. And I have a suspicion that because of the way that this is longer, the slings actually might not be as good, because part of the reason why the element slings, even though it's so lunar honed, is because it's shorter. So that means when you're flicking it, it's going around faster because it's a more smush shape. Because this is longer, you might not get that like fluent, like that right there. The slings are just a little bit falling off on this one, but that's totally fine. You can still get it if you get like a nice good grip on it. The element kind of uses its like really precise shape and its flipping to be good at slings, and this being longer kind of changes that for the slings. I have no doubt, look at that big base cut pull. The lunars on this are probably still gonna slap, and that was honestly, that makes me really happy, because the Bloom Sacreds didn't come with a balance hole automatically, and that was like my biggest problem with them, is that They didn't really loon. They were super awesome at slings, but it was really hard to do lunars on them, unfortunately. Like I had one and it was tough to do lunars on mine, which is unfortunate because it was like a really cool design on it. The loons were kind of hard to do. Just setting it on there and just seeing that, like, oh my God, dude, like check that out. And as soon as you like push these cups down a little bit more, might even change the play of it. The lunar bouncer is gonna get better and better with this. So I'm super excited for that. Now to the comparison of the sacred. Here's my sacred, probably one of my favorite shapes right now. In terms of the cup sizes, we're gonna go big cup to big cup, same thing. We're gonna go small cup to small cup, same thing. And I have a feeling the base cups are gonna be almost the same. This base cup actually might be like literally a millimeter bigger. The base cup hole might be like a millimeter like longer or more depth inside. I can't really tell. It feels like this is just slightly deeper on the bloom shape, which is really cool. This might be like a manufacturing kind of just like error because it is made in China, and sometimes depending on what batch, like some things are a little bit longer than others, but it kind of clearly looks like, if you see where my thumb is, that's kind of where they're like touching together. And it looks like the bloom shape is just a tad bit wider in terms of serrato because the element ends before the bloom ends. The bloom kind of continues after, with them starting at the same point edge to edge. In terms of length, I'm pretty sure I'm correct about the spike being a tad bit longer, and it looks like there might be like a couple millimeters longer on the spike. You can also see the ring stalls right there. The element has just like a little bit more surface area than the bloom, which might either be like a manufacturing thing or a choice that Isaac made. It looks like there's just a little bit more surface on the element, so that's why the rings are feeling a little bit better. This one's a little bit thinner, so again, a little bit less to grab onto for the bevel. You see the big differences right here. Again, check out that base cup. It is super angular versus this, which is again just super duper smooth on that handle stall area. Super crazy. Kendama is a science. When Isaac was saying he took a lot of time on the element, he took a lot of time. And even just the slight differences in this shape makes all the difference in how the shape feels, which is gonna be really cool because that is meant to be a better shape. You know what I mean? This is meant to be an entry-level shape, but it's still gonna provide being a really good entry-level shape. I'm quite excited to really just trash this kendama and really play it hard because that's what entry-level shapes are meant to be. If this is supposed to be someone's first kendama, they are meant to thrash this thing. And I think Isaac did a really awesome thing. Even though the price point's a tad bit higher than most entry-level kendamas, it's that way because it's probably one of the better entry-level kendamas that you can get. Before this was even in my hands, I was actually sending people to get this as one of their first kendamas. I had a couple people asking like, what's a good beginner kendama? And because it was so similar to the element, I just sent them to this right away, especially because it was on Amazon. It was easy to get. It's a really good first kendama that can enter you into, you know, the higher levels of kendama, which is also a really cool point about this right here. Taking some of the best points from the element, kind of changing some stuff up to be more beginner friendly and on that sticky paint on a really trackable design. This bloom shape is one of the coolest things I've unboxed recently. This is really, really awesome. Thank you again, Isaac, for sending this out to me. It's always a pleasure to do some kind of video for y'all and Lotus Kendama. And again, congratulations on the K-Dub win for the team and Ryoga. Oh my God, that's it for me. If you guys enjoyed this video, please hit the like button, subscribe button, and hit post notifications so you can be one of the first to watch these videos when they come out. And obviously sharing the video goes a long way for the channel. This is the last KendramaCo Kendama, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.